On the morning of December 3rd, 2016, police officers got an odd call in Neptune, New Jersey. They had claimed to be a vehicle just parked on the side of the road. Police officers went out there, and when they got to the scene, nothing was unusual about the car. The windows were still intact, nothing inside of the car was taken. So they decided to run the license plate of the vehicle. And the vehicle belonged to a 96-year-old woman named Lillian Stern. They got the address and they head out over there. And when they got there, Lillian Stern was at home, but her car was somewhere else. They broke down what had happened. Lillian said that her 19-year-old granddaughter, Sarah Stern, was using her vehicle at the time. Within hours, officers went back to Route 35 where her vehicle was. The crew filled Shark River under the bridge looking for Sarah. If Sarah went into the river, they were determined to find her. But hours of searching, there was nothing. So the big question we are asking, where is Sarah Stern? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jessie May. Today I'm back with another true crime video. I post every single Friday, so if you're new here, welcome. And I talk about true crime cases and trying to figure it out and solve them if they're not already solved. If you're into that and spreading awareness, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get on to the video. So to understand the disappearance of Sarah Stern, we have to understand who she was as a person. So Sarah Stern, she was artistic and she was outgoing. She was very expressive. She was really focused on art. When it came to music, photography, art, like that was Sarah. Art was her world. Sarah, she was born and raised in Neptune City. She wasn't really focused on dating. She said, I don't have time for that. She was really just focused on her craft and her career. Sarah's dreams stretched beyond Neptune City. She had the dream of moving to Canada and expanding her art. She had her own personality. That's what people loved about Sarah. Sarah had a good support system. She had a lot of friends. She even played softball in high school. So hearing these things, we can tell that Sarah, she was an incredible, determined person and just full of life, ready to take on life. But Sarah Stern's life had not been without heartbreak. Years earlier, she lost her mother named Janice Stern, and her mother was battling cancer. And at a young age, seeing your parent battling this illness, it can be really devastating and it can take a toll on you. Sarah, she experienced that pain firsthand. With her mother passing away, it changed everything. But sometimes during grief, families move closer. And that's what happened to her father. So Michael Stern and Sarah, they've gotten really close when Janice passed away. They were just leaning on one of each other, becoming a support system for one another. Friends would later describe their relationship as close, and Sarah loved her father. By late 2016, Sarah graduated high school. She was thinking about all the things that she can do in this life because the world is really yours during that age. She was thinking about traveling. She was thinking about who she wanted to become as a person. I just loved her ambition, how she just looked forward to life. It's a beautiful thing to have. And her future seemed so wide with all the dreams and ideas, then she just vanished. When news spread that Sarah's car has been found on the abandoned Route 35 bridge, rumors spread almost immediately. People began to ask the same question detectives been asking. Had Sarah chosen to disappear? Had Sarah jumped into the river? Or did something happen to Sarah on that bridge? I mean, something had to happen to Sarah on that bridge. People just don't vanish in thin air. So as the search entered another day, people are still searching. The community is in uproar. They don't know what's going on or how can we find Sarah. They even put out one of them flyers where people would get a cash reward if they found the person. Nothing pointed to foul play. I mean, everybody was getting interviewed. The dad, the friends, and anybody that knew Sarah, everybody was getting interviewed and there was no leads. So those long days turned into very long weeks and the officers were still left with nothing, no leads or anything. People are still searching the River Shark Bridge, trying to figure out if Sarah is in that water. What if Sarah never got to the bridge on her own? I mean, think about it. I just told you she graduated high school. She was full of life. She was talking about her future. But again, we can't eliminate the possibilities of her committing suicide. But officers are saying that that's what it looks like, but are we sure? And if someone's talking about moving forward with their life, that doesn't really show me a sign of someone who wants to end their life if they're talking about their future. Somebody knows something in Neptune City. So as weeks passed on, on, investigators began to go back to certain people when it came to their interviewing. One person was Liam. Liam and Sarah, they were besties. They have been best friends since elementary. Without Liam, there was no Sarah. I mean, I think we all have a best friend or someone close to us that when people see us, they would think of the other person. They're like, oh girl, where your twin at? That's how it was when it came to Liam and Sarah. Liam also had a twin brother. They would have like this funny group name called The Squad, and I think that's just so funny. Another good friend of Sarah was Preston. Preston even took her to her junior prom, and they all said that Sarah was just so funny and full of life. And Sarah did not have any romantic feelings when it came to these young men. They were all devastated about the disappearance of Sarah. In one of the interviews, Liam said that Sarah had the dreams of going to Canada, and he felt maybe she went to Canada, and detectives are looking at him like maybe that could be a possibility. But the thing is, when they went to go take a look at Sarah's house, her passport was there, money was still there. I mean, you would need those things if you were trying to leave the country, right? So that kind of throws that possibility out the window. Soon, those long weeks started to turn into 2 months, and police are still at a dead end. They don't know what to do at this point. And the search group started to get smaller and smaller. There was a camera near the bridge, but of course, that camera did not work. I don't know what is the point of having these cameras and none of them work. Like, are they just for show? So by the beginning of 2017, there was still nothing. On the outside, it looked like the investigation gone quiet, but detectives, they were still working. Finally, after days of searching and trying to piece things together, somebody came out. His name was Anthony Curry. Anthony Curry was also a part of Sarah's friend group. Anthony told investigators that someone had been talking, not publicly, not to the police, but privately. According to Anthony, some of the things were so disturbing that he just couldn't ignore them. Imagine someone casually spitting details about a missing person case to you. I mean, you can't brush that off. Instead of making an arrest, detectives had to slow everything down. Anthony told investigators that he knows who did this to Sarah, and he said he believes it was someone very close to Sarah. And Anthony said, I think it was my friend. Officers were like, okay, I think I have my suspect now. Let's get some more information about this friend. So investigators told Anthony to get in contact with the suspect. It was January 30th, 2017, and the two friends agreed to meet up. At first, it was normal conversation, joking and laughing, but then Sarah's name came up, and his friend began to talk freely. I mean, he was talking about Sarah. He mentioned that Sarah had a safe with a lot of money in it that her mother Janice gave to her. She was talking about all the things that she can do with this money. And for whatever reason, the suspect thought the only way to get the money was to get rid of Sarah. He talked about how he even got his roommate in on it. He called his roommate and said, do you want some money? And his roommate agreed that he would help him get rid of Sarah. And that's exactly what he did. And it's so disgusting to hear that your own best friend would do this to you. Yes, y'all, the suspect was Liam and the roommate was Preston. Liam and Preston, they unalived Sarah Stern over money. How they did it was just disgusting. First, Liam got Sarah to the bank. They went back to his place, and then that's when everything just went downhill. And they unalived her. What was so disturbing, Liam mentioned that he put a timer on how quick he can do that, on how quick he can unalive Sarah, which is so disgusting. Why are you putting a timer? Why are you even doing this at all? And after Liam did that, Preston came in and dragged her body to the fence and left her there outside. Liam, he had to go to work, so he went to work, and when he came back, they took Sarah, they put her body in her own car, and they drove to the bridge. So Liam is telling Anthony that we were just gonna strangle her at first, but then we realized that her body was still gonna be there. So we decided to make it look like a suicide. That's what he told Anthony. In the recording, you can just tell that Anthony was kind of nervous and very uncomfortable. I would be too. They threw her body over the bridge and made everything look like a suicide. And they kept her keys into the ignition and they left. So police was like, okay, we got all of our evidence. And on February 2nd of 2017, Liam and Preston was arrested. And it's just scary how your own best friend can do something so disgusting to you. And it's so sad because Sarah trusted both of them. They did her so wrong. If you made it this far, thank you for watching and thank you for hearing Sarah's case. Don't forget to like and comment your opinions or any more information that you know about her case that I didn't put in this video. Also subscribe so you can see my face again.